Hey, it's Kathy Linder, your favorite hypnotist for the second week of May. So we've got spring forward, spring into action, spring cleaning. Last week we talked about spring cleaning. And then this week we're going to be talking, excuse me, about springing into action. But some people said to me in the emails that I got, what if I don't know what I want to spring into? What if I'm not understanding what's my next step? And that's really, really important because if you don't know where you want to go, you're going to be stuck, right? If I'm going to go to Florida and I get in my car and I say, okay, I'm going to Florida, let's go. And then everybody goes, well, where are we going? I go, we're going to Florida. How are you going to get there? I'm going to drive. That's great. But where do we go? I haven't figured it out. And then I just sit there. And that's what ends up happening a lot with people. If you're going to spring into action and you don't know where you're going or what it is that you want to do to spring into that action, you're never going to be able to spring into anything because you're stuck. And being stuck means that you haven't figured it out. What is your next step? And even though I know that there's a saying, the first step is the biggest step to your journey. But again, if you don't know where you want to end up, you cannot spring into action. So what do? How do you spring into action? How do you spring into that next step? How do you figure out what you want? You write yourself a letter. And what you do is you write down, Dear Me. And when you write down Dear Me, you say, I'm ready to make change, or I'm ready to start doing XYZ. And when you start writing down what it is, allow the thoughts from your mind to flow all the way down to your fingers into your pen. And I don't even care. Sometimes people will have like a circle. So you don't even have to do a Dear Me. You could do a circle. And in the circle says, my goal. And it could be, I want to make money. I want to fall in love. I want to lose weight. I want to quit smoking. I want to be able to retire soon. I want to be a public speaker. Whatever it is that you are thinking that you would like to do. And then you start writing out like sun rays. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what I'd like to do. This is how much money I'm going to save. This is how much money I'm going to make. This is why I'm going to do it. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you looking for? What's your time limit? What is it that motivates you? And then you can write down the things that scare you, but put that in a box. So you have it in a little box because this way it's not part of your whole sunbeam. And you put down what scares me. What if I fail? What if I can't make it? What if this happens? What if I go back? What if I have a drink and realize that I've started smoking again? What if I break up with somebody and I realize that I started eating? What if I realize that, $1 million at my age might be a really hard thing to make? Will I be happy with 500,000? But you put it in a box so that this way it's kept separate. So when you are ready to start moving forward, you have your big circle or your dear me, but you always put the fears in a separate box because they don't belong with your daydreams. Those are things that you're going to handle separately because then you can look at it and say, how real is that? How real is that fear? How real is it that I might do something like that? Or is that just something that somebody said to me that's not even mine that I'm owning? Yep, that is. Cross it out. In order for you to spring into action, you need to know where you're going. In order for you to need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there, you have to have a plan. Without a plan, you stay stagnant. So do yourself a favor, write yourself a letter. Or I love using the big Post-its. I go to the dollar store, I buy 2 for $1, and then I just write a big circle and I write my goals and I start doing all my sunbeams. And then in the corner, I write in the square my fears. Because your goals and your dreams always need and will be bigger than your fears. This is Kathy Linder, your favorite hypnotist. Let me know how you like this, and then we'll work on the next step. But get going to what it is that you need to do. And I'm looking for something so that you know where you're going to go. All right. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.